I'll Welcome back. I'm Hilary. I'm here with Denise today, and today we're talking about something that makes WikiTree special, our community. WikiTree isn't just software, it's thousands of genealogists working together.
If you've been following our series this week, you've learned the navigation and some of the technical stuff within WikiTree. Well, today we're going to talk about the human side, how to connect with other members, contribute to shared projects, and be an active member in our genealogy family. Let's start with G2G. This is our genealogist to genealogist forum. This is truly the heart of our community. If you haven't introduced yourself, take the time to do so now. In G2G, it isn't just for asking questions, although that's what a lot of us use it for. It's where we start sharing discoveries, breakthroughs, and help each other solve genealogical mysteries. It's also where we can play games, find out more information about each other, and just share information overall. If we browse around a bit, you'll find everything from, can anyone help me read this handwriting, to major historical discussions. Beyond WikiTree itself, we have a strong presence on Facebook, but before we go there, I want to look at the categories within G2G. If we go down this list of categories on the right-hand side, you'll see various options. I would suggest, especially if you're new to WikiTree, click on each one of those options and see what pages that takes you to.
Let's see.
For example, we've got, those are recent questions that have been asked in the Treehouse. And the Treehouse is primarily the WikiTree team, different things that we can do within WikiTree. Appreciation is one of my favorites. And this is where you can recognize the accomplishments of other WikiTreeers. You can identify them and recognize them as wonderful WikiTreeers for assisting you. WikiTreeers who answer questions or raise questions on G2G are also recognized and with points. You'll see like some are golden owls, and they have various levels of participation, and that's based on points. And you can go through that list and see what the points represent out there in G2G. We have, of course, where you can ask for genealogy help. And you can, again, this is where you can ask questions, seek assistance. If you need translation help, you can ask for help there as well. You've got photos as a section. And this is where folks ask questions about photos or they share photos. We also have a policy and style section. So if you have any questions about WikiTree policies or how the style of profiles or the style of free space pages, things of that nature, those questions can be asked and answered under policies and styles. Requests for project volunteers, especially if you are new to WikiTree. you would want to check this section and see if there's a particular area that you'd be interested in working or volunteering your time or lending your expertise. There's always someone asking for assistance. We've got tons of projects, and I try to review those, or we try to review those during the Saturday Roundup in a segment called Behind the Branches. This also gives you a good idea about a lot of the projects and what they're trying to accomplish, what their mission is, and what success they've had. Of course, there's WikiTree help. Again, if you have any questions, you can ask them here on G2G to get answers, as well as attending our member Q&A twice a month. And then there's WikiTree Tech, if you have technical questions about G2G. So there's always ways to find assistance in this community. And that's what makes WikiTree so special. Go ahead with the next part, Hillary.
Yeah, this bit's the WikiTree Tech, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This is another help bit, really, or where you can make suggestions. So but now we'll go to the Facebook group. Yeah. Another way you can interact with people on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, that's part of our social media. Azure does a good job at keeping us current in our social media, and that's the Facebook page. So you can see everything that's been happening this week.
And another place you can find a lot of help and interaction.
Training material, a lot of the videos, especially from this week's activities, you will find those videos out here on YouTube.
It's a huge array of WikiTree.
And they're accessible. You know, that gives us props in that YouTube world when you give us a thumbs up.
Right. I think the main thing is where are you comfortable? Yeah. One of the best parts of WikiTree is that there's always something to do beyond your own family tree. Check out the volunteers needed page. It's updated regularly and has ways to help. So yeah, I'm trying to think where the volunteers page is. Volunteers needed. I think that's the main thing, is that's the request for project volunteers, really, things like that. That's where we're looking at, which we've already gone through. You know, maybe if you're good at reading old handwriting, or you know, there's things that some people like transcribing things, and love and some people like the cemeteries, and some people like helping out with photos, and or if you're good with dates and places, and you can help to clean up things where things are not that great. You know, somebody's uploaded something, and then it's but it could be improved upon. Then that's where we often, you know, data doctors like help. And if you're in, and if you enjoy friendly competition, you can always get involved with the challenges in G2G. There's weekly challenges, and then there's the things that, like the Sourceathon, and we have like we used to have a Saturday source thing. I think we still do. Let's have a look in the challenges, if I can find them. I might not find them from here. I'll go to my WikiTree nav page, or my profile. Nav page, and go to, let's see, and I'll share this when it gets to the right page. Right, there we go. Yeah. I'm trying to remember where there's so much on these drop down menus. You think you've remembered where something is, and then you can't find it. So if I go to another profile, I might find it there.
Yeah, it's Saturday sourcing sprint.
There we go. There's a challenge, the challenge tracker. If you make an amendment to something, it's probably not come up online, but if you make an amendment to a profile, it'll show your WikiTree ID, and then there's all these different challenges that you can get involved with, and use the challenge tracker to track what you've done.
And yeah, the calendar shows things happening on a monthly basis.
Yeah, and with these ones, you can see how you're doing. You know, like I do the link builders, and that when I remember, and you can get involved with lots of things. And some of the geographic projects have things as well that they don't use a challenge tracker for, but they just do things that will help in their particular project. So there's quite a lot going on in terms of working with a project or on one of the challenges, and some of them you have to be a member of a particular project, but a lot of them if you're interested, just get involved, just do a few, just see how you get on.
And of course we've got military projects, we've got one name studies, we've got one place studies, we've got ethnic and heritage projects. Of course, there's probably a project that matches your specific interests, so I would not doubt it. But if you're not sure, like I said, you can always tune in to Saturday Roundup on Saturday mornings. This coming Saturday, the time is going to be different. It's going to be 8 a.m. Eastern, and I think that equates to 1 p.m. UTC. So, you know, come see us at the Saturday Roundup, and we talk about different projects that's got challenges and things going on. And we also have Behind the Branches, which is a segment where I interview project leaders or talk about various projects that are happening on WikiTree.
Yeah, and there's a page under the help find, where you can find it now. Yeah, where you can investigate what all the projects that we have on WikiTree.
Yeah, and there's another way that we can stay connected. There's tags. You can select tags that identify things that you want to follow in WikiTree. Now, here on my profile, you can see the tags that I'm following. Some of them, for example, WikiTree Week, because I want to keep in touch with what's going on with WikiTree Week and everything that's going on. There's various surnames that I'm doing research on, so I can make sure that if anybody makes any updates to anyone with those surnames, it will show up in my WikiTree feed. Same thing with announcements. I would encourage everyone to at least add the tag announcements to their tags, so that you can keep track of any new things that are going on in WikiTree. I also have improvements. So I have both announcements and improvements. So if there's any improvements to WikiTree from a technical perspective, I will get that information via a WikiTree activity feed in my email. Consider adding some community-wide tags, like I said, announcements and things of that nature. And again, the WikiTree calendar, which we mentioned earlier, that helps you keep track of all the weekly and monthly challenges and community activities. And that enables you to bookmark them regularly. And yes, Azure says tags can be edited.
Yeah. Shall I show how you can edit your tags?
Yes.
Right. From your profile page, if you're already following some, next to that, there's the little pencil like you have at the top. Just go to that. And there you have all your current tags. And if you decide you don't want to follow a tag anymore, you can just delete that tag and add another one on. I have got 20, so I'm at the limit. So I can't follow any more tags at the moment. I don't think I've got to the limit. So I'd have to delete a previous tag and change it for another one. But yeah. You know, I follow a few things. Some projects I'm in, like you, surnames. I'm in the One Place Studies project. I'm actually got a one name study as well. So I've got quite a few. My one name study, I've got that surname as one of the ones that I follow. So yeah.
Yeah. I'm with Ann. I wish we could add more than 20 tags too. You know, this is Tools Week. Maybe you can add that to your wish list and see if they can do something. It may not happen this year. Maybe it'll take another year, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have them put it on the wish list to add more tags if that's something you wish for. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like a lot of us are at the max with the tags right now.
Now, yeah, I think what we haven't mentioned is the WikiTree Love, is it? I don't think we mentioned that. That's where you can share positive stories and celebrate successes and things. So yeah. And then, did we mention the WikiTree calendar?
Yeah, I did mention it, but go ahead and you can bring it up again.
Yeah. Keeping track of all our weekly, monthly. I think there is usually a G2G post, but I'm not sure if I can find it at the moment. Probably. Let's see.
Well, since I use Google, I also have that on my Google Calendar. You know, because in Google on your calendar, you can tag WikiTree events. And so I've got that, all the events nicely colorized on my Google Calendar, so I don't confuse them with other things that I have going on.
I think there's usually a post put up, but I don't think it's one that I follow, and it's not brought me to the current WikiTree calendar. So oh, it's moved. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Help calendar. Let's show everybody where the help. There's a help page for the calendar and the events. there we go. So you should be able to find that. There we go, calendar of events. And there's always more than one way to find something, and I found it a completely different way, but we now got to the calendar of events. If you want to know what's going on, go to that. And that's not necessarily everything, because I know the England Project do a monthly challenge, and that's not in the list there for some reason. Yeah.
And Azur's got a link out there for what's happening in November. So you can see at a glance. Thanks, Azur.
Yeah. Let's have a look. How else can you make connections? You can make connections with other WikiTreeers, can't you? When there's something, you can, you would come across trusts with people. I mean, I've got cousins on here. Have you got cousins on WikiTree as well?
Yes, I do. I have a few cousins that are actually WikiTree members.
Yeah. One of our leaders in the England Project, we actually share an ancestors. So, and we've actually met in person because we don't live too far from each other, even though we don't live anywhere near where our ancestor lived. We live relatively close to each other now, so we've actually met up in person. But you can come across people that you don't know that you might be related to. So don't just focus on your direct family. I mean, my family connection goes back a few, it's a few generations back where we share an ancestor. So it's if you need to make sure you look at all the siblings and everything when you're looking at family. That's where you're going to make the best connections. Let's see. You can leave a message on their profile. Do we know how to leave messages on people's profiles? Let's go to my profile. So I will, so you can leave a message. You can either put a comment underneath, like I've had comments, or you can, if you want something, if it's something private that you want to share, you go to where it says profile manager on the profile and the name, and then there's a little thing so you can send a private message, and that will go directly to that person's email in their inbox, and they should be able to reply to you either through WikiTree or they may just send you an email themselves. So they will be able to contact you that way if you send them a private message. Most people love connecting up with their cousins. They really do. And so, so let's see, is there anything? Oh, there's the regional groups and local genealogy societies sometimes have people contingents on the WikiTree. They can can be good. You can perhaps might be able to meet up with other people that are in the same area as yourself that are WikiTree members. There's not an awful well, I've met up with one local person who turns out is related to has got a connection to my husband's family, which is was interesting. We're not directly related, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, the community is useful. It's the bit that's important, isn't it? It's by having the community and working together, we can do things that maybe just as an individual you wouldn't be able to do.
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe it's just me. I think that's another thing that's unique about WikiTree, the community, and how we've developed friendships and kinships within the community, and how we're so willing to assist each other. So, that's one of the things I appreciate the most.
Yeah. And if you join a project, don't feel that you've got, that you're that you can't just work on your own family. You can work on your own family, because by working on your own family, that's where you may make a connection with somebody else. You know, if you've got a particular, you know, like all my family so far, other than people that are that have been, well, shall I say, my direct ancestors have all been English so far. But so I'm going to be working in England, but I don't live in England. I live in Wales. So I also belong to the Wales project. So I help participate because I've got some local knowledge in the area. So, you know, it's you just join the bits that you're interested in. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm the same way. I have lots of my own family to still add. Yeah. I'm the same way. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow it will be our, not tomorrow, next time, because the symposium tomorrow. So not tomorrow, Saturday. We'll be covering how to be a successful WikiTreeer, keys to collaborating well with others. You know, it's and there's a couple of Q&A sessions each month, so that we mustn't forget to mention. They're a great way to come and join and ask questions and that. So check out the G2G's post or the space page for the dates and time and that. Let's see if we've got any questions that we can answer.
Well, there was one last comment, and I'm going to try to share this, how I have my tree set up. Now, I did this years ago, so I really can't say I remember. But, you know, when we mentioned that you can share this, have the events added to your calendar. And I'm going to try to pull up my calendar. Don't be amazed. Don't be alarmed. It looks scary. It looks very scary. But yeah, so here's my calendar. But you have a section in Google where not only do you have your calendar events, but you've got other calendars. So, for example, I've got the WikiTree events tagged along with holidays, because those are important to me and I want to know they're colorized. So everything that's purple are the WikiTree events. And as you can see at 10 o'clock, this is where we are now with this between 10 and 10:30. We got about 2 minutes remaining. But next we've got a WikiTree panel, a genealogy tech talk coming up. So, and this is all of the events, not just the ones I plan to attend. So, you know, you can easily just check that box and it will list all of the things you've got going on in your calendar. All the things, I'm sorry, that WikiTree has going on their calendar.
Yeah, I use the Google Calendar just as much as Denise does. I use it a lot, partially because I'm a greeter and I do certain sessions and I have them highlighted, and I have it highlighted when so that if I'm can't do my session, somebody else can see that it needs covering and this sort of thing, so that new people that come in get greeted. So yeah, you know, the calendars are really useful. So
yeah. And that's a good point, Amanda. You can also look at the Discord events. That encourage you to, you know, check Discord every now and then and make sure you know what's going on. Good point, Amanda. Thank you.
Yeah, I use the Discord events because they're useful, because they quite often highlight something that was going to be on in the following week or something, so that you know, oh, can I make it or not? Yeah, and if you tick and say that you're interested, it will send you alerts. Yeah. So quite useful. It can give you that heads up that you said you were interested in something when it's something starting. So yeah.
All right, everyone, it's 10:30. So we're going to sign off now, and we hope to see you for our final episode next week. If not, we'll see you around the WikiTree. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.